What the hell? We're live.
Oh,
You got it.
now they're gonna be like, see the jock.
Sorry about that. We're experiencing some technical difficulties right now, but I think we got it fixed. Daryl, can you hear us? Good. Okay. Everything is working. Okay. As soon as Daryl comes back in here, get things rolling. Sorry about all that. Cool.
It took forever.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, for some reason, I mean, that was just
meaning
weird.
You. I was meaning you.
But
No, whatever. Yeah, you're trying to call me fat and slow. You see this guy right here?
But all right. All right. This is episode 2 of Philm Study. Thank you guys for tuning back in. And first of all, I'd like to get started today by giving some shout outs to some people that helped us along the way to get everything rolling. I'd like to give Ira, Joey D, and Chip, and especially all our subscribers, a huge shout out, because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible today. So just want to give you guys a big shout out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. And all right, we're going to get into today's topics. Today's topic, first one is the post-draft, because that was our first stream that we did, was talking about our draft and favorite players that got drafted to our teams, and would like to, pick some winners and losers of this year's draft. So, you want to go first, RJ?
Winners and losers.
Yep.
I mean, really, I guess Atlanta, like we were talking about, probably a big time winner. Just feel like, didn't they trade up, like defense wise?
They traded up to
Yes.
get a couple linebackers. I believe one was from Alabama, and like they went defensively in this draft, and that's what they definitely needed. Like they hit it on needs instead of what everybody
Just the one or
just what everybody wants
yeah.
or desires. Like they drafted needs. Raheem Morris definitely put his thumbprint on this draft because he is a defensive guy. So I believe Atlanta did what they needed to do to improve their football team for this year.
Yeah.
Now,
because where they couldn't stop the run. Obviously, their back end was bad.
couldn't stop the
On top
run.
of it.
After week 6, 7, the wheels kind of fell off. Kirk Cousins kind of just did not play up the expectations to what I think Atlanta needed and what they thought they were going to get from Cousins. But, so I guess we'll definitely figure out what they're going to do with that whole situation at quarterback. And another team that definitely helped themselves out, I think, was the Giants. Giants traded back into the first or second round, I believe, to pick up Jackson Dart, which that hurt my feelings. But, they definitely did it right. Got Abdul Carter. Definitely, I think, is going to be a generational talent.
Yeah.
Got, comps to Michael Parsons, which he definitely, I believe, will play up to expectations of being a first round pick for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of a couple of other teams that really helped themselves. I mean,
well, we know Cleveland's going all the way this year for sure, right?
yeah.
No.
You got 5 quarterbacks on their roster and ain't got a clue what they're going to do with either of them.
I mean, it's just an interesting
I mean,
take, and
how
the route they ended up going. I mean,
the whole Cleveland thing just confused me because when you pick up Dylan Gabriel and then it's like it wasn't a round or 2 later, then they pick up Shador. So it's kind of like I don't know what direction they're going in because obviously you look at Kenny Pickett they're not picking up his 5th-year option,
Nope.
which we've talked about. So, which we kind of figured at this point he's probably just going to be a journeyman in the league.
It could be.
Um,
It's going to be down to Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's got the experience, been around. He played in Cleveland.
that's kind of what I thought. It's going to
And
be
then-
between those two.
Him and Kenny Pickett are going to go into camp. You know, Shador and Dylan, you know, they're all going to be fighting for probably backup spot.
Yeah.
So, and then
Then you don't know what they're doing with Deshaun Watson at this point because dude
Yeah.
got injured.
dude just
Yeah.
dude
Went
just
through
needs to
therapy.
go.
Done.
Just needs to go. That's
And
just
then-
my opinion, but you know,
But obviously, we know he's not going to play this year because as soon as he tore, wasn't as a knee or something like that, he tore up. Then through rehab and everything, he tore it up again.
yes, he did.
So where do they go from there?
Where,
So-
where do you go? I mean, and you guaranteed all that money to him, and it's like you're definitely not getting nothing out of it.
Because they
Yeah.
ended up. Plus, they took 2 backs, didn't they? They didn't take Judkins
Yes.
from Ohio State, and then who's the other guy they took? There's another back they took as well.
I can't remember who they took.
Let me see.
The Giants took Cam Scatterby, which I think was going to be a nice pickup because that dude, I mean, watching, from being Pac-12 and watching Arizona State there for a little while, I mean, dude gonna run through a brick wall for you. I mean, he's definitely gonna be a good back for what they added for their pieces on offense.
Dylan Sampson. That's the other running back that Cleveland took.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I don't even know if I really know him that well, honestly. Do you?
No, not really.
I have no idea about him.
He. He played at Tennessee.
Okay. All righty. But I mean, that's so far on that. But let's get into what our teams did.
Steelers draft.
Yeah.
I guess first off. I guess we could start with that.
I'll start with that one.
Go ahead.
Me personally, and this is just personal, I really loved the first round pick, and just
Oregon guy.
because and yes,
Oregon guy.
yes, he is an Oregon guy. I do love it, but he was a transfer from Michigan State. He came in, earned a starting spot on the defensive line, like he earned it. Okay, and dude played his ass off.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch tape, you see this dude like just making plays, stuffing the run, doing his job, what he was brought to Oregon to do.
Mhm.
And he's definitely a good story because I don't know if everybody knows, his mom was on life support. He was able to tell his mom that he was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then a few hours later, she had passed. And that's definitely going to give him a lot more fire and desire in the tank to keep
Like a
going because
motivation, yeah.
his mom, if you listen to the story for him, his mom was everything to him. He didn't want to leave Michigan State, but his mom told him, like, you need to go do something for yourself. Be your own self. And that's what he did. He flew clear to Eugene, was playing, and like everything he did was for his mother. And when she was on life support, he just wanted to be drafted, and to be able to tell his mom that he made it was a huge thing for him. And for him to be able to do that, like that's that's
I think definitely most people.
it's
In that
definitely
situation.
it's definitely emotional because like being a kid that young and to be able to make it and say, hey mom, I made it, and then for what happened is just truly, it's definitely heartbreaking for him. But I hope that it gives him the drive and desire to be great in a Steelers uniform. I really do.
I mean, he's got all the tools from what I can tell. Because I think I only really watched him play a few times, but I felt like his name was always being called, honestly.
Kid.
So
he was high on Pittsburgh's boards. They went to his pro day at Oregon and met with him. He was very high on the boards.
Now, did I believe they were going to take him first round? Not really. I'm not gonna lie, it surprised me, but I was really happy that they were able to pick him, and hopefully he learns from Cam Hayward and is now his future replacement. You can't replace.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say you can't
it's
replace a
getting-
Cam Hayward. You can't, because that dude is the heart and soul of the Steelers defense. He
But,
truly
yeah.
is. But I hope that he is able to learn from him and be able to fill his shoes and keep the legacy going of being a leader and heart and soul of a defense. And next thing is when they took Will Howard, 6th round.
A lot
Wasn't
of QBs were falling, so no one
wasn't really
was taking QBs early on. So yeah,
wasn't really a fan of it, but I will say the kid's got fire. If you watch some of his games, he definitely has that fire and the will and the want to win, and that's what we need.
Well, he's
I
big.
believe that.
So 6'5", 235 stature.
That's a big boy.
I mean, that's something we haven't seen, of course, since Ben Roethlisberger
Yes.
or Josh Allen-esque. So maybe there's the makings of that.
John Gruden actually had
So-
him on his QB thing that he does and pulled up film of Josh Allen. And he says, "What size are you?" 6'4". How much do you weigh? 231.
Yeah.
That was all Josh Allen when he first came into the draft.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "So
Yeah,
I
I
can
mean,
see shades of that in you." Okay.
Hey, you can see over the line. So you could definitely
We
see
got
over
some-
the line.
We got some people coming into the chat.
Okay, welcome in.
All right. People join the chat. Tell us if we're doing okay. Just if you have anything that you want to, throw to us about what we're talking about, more than welcome to take what you guys are saying. So we'd definitely love to hear that. But I definitely like the Will Howard pick.
Mm-hmm.
He is a national champion, did come from a pro style offense at Kansas State. So he definitely has,
They're Big 12, right?
yes.
Because I heard, didn't he win a Big 12 championship? I heard it like not a great Kansas State like offense either.
I believe,
From what I understand, I thought I
believe
saw
they
that the other
did.
day.
but he had all the tools there too, because he ran some touchdowns at Kansas State. Ohio State really didn't let him do that because he's got a big arm.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he came from that pro style offense that they're running at Kansas State
Yeah.
to now
Mm-hmm.
being at Ohio State.
Well,
So I definitely was impressed from him coming from Kansas State, going to Ohio State, who expects to win championships.
oh yeah.
I personally don't like Ohio State,
Yeah.
but I will say that.
I mean-
But
Mhm.
knowing that he comes from that, it definitely gives me hope for what he can do in the pro.
In the future, yeah, because a lot of people want the knock on, well, how playing at Ohio State or Georgia or something like that, they're already like, he's playing with NFL players.
They
And
have,
it's like, yeah,
they,
that's
they already have the
true,
pedigree. Yes,
but the dude's still got to go out there and play. And like, I feel like he overcame a lot of adversity, especially when he played, wasn't in Oregon the first time when the clock ran out, and you could tell
he made a
that
mistake.
he made a
He
mistake.
made a mental
and
error.
he actually, it just seems like to me he cares.
He does.
Like anytime, like something bad like that happens, it's like he's pushing himself to the next level, in my opinion.
And to go back to our first round pick during that Ohio State game, Derek Harmon had himself a game. He did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how it happened, but he tackled the running back and literally took the ball from him. And it was considered a fumble, his first fumble in a long time. I think it was Judkins that he did it to. Just took the ball from him.
Yeah.
And I mean, stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. And it's just things like that I want to see us do
Right.
as
Oh, no, we need that
Steelers.
physicality back.
We need it
And-
bad.
Because no one's afraid, especially on that defensive front. Like, we've been soft the last
We were
couple
getting
years.
ran on.
Yeah.
And we need to stop that,
Mm-hmm.
to,
With adding
elevate defense.
Yeah.
Now, to the offensive side of the ball, I did like the running back pick
The Caleb Johnson.
from Iowa.
I mean, yeah, I was
it's
gonna
what
say,
they
yeah.
do. They run
They
the
run
football.
the ball, yeah.
He ran the
So-
football last year 300 times.
So a durable back, strong back.
I mean,
Somebody to replace
it's what
Naj.
they do. Iowa they run the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like
It's crazy,
like
though.
watching a couple of his games. He does have the breakaway speed
Yeah.
as well, and he also has the toughness to lower his shoulder and get the extra yardage
Right.
that he needs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about his receiving prowess, but that can be
Yeah, I'm
added
not
and fixed
too sure on that either.
if need be. Okay, so all in all, I was happy with the draft. Now next year, there's a lot of quarterbacks coming out next year.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh could get in that rotation as well if Aaron Rodgers doesn't sign with
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
and depending on
How
maybe we'll get to see Will Howard this year. Maybe we won't. Like
see,
I would rather just see him honestly probably develop for maybe a year.
yes,
Maybe sit behind someone. If it's Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. If it's Mason Rudolph, I don't know. But maybe we'll get to actually see some type of development.
and I mean, I hope we do. I hope we have the QB room that is able to help him and develop him.
That's the biggest thing, of course. So.
Because I know some quarterbacks don't really.
Mhm.
Some don't like developing their replacement. Not going to mention any names, but some people don't like developing their replacement. Which and I get it. You're trying to take my job from me, but
Mhm.
That's just how that goes. Unfortunately, sometimes.
Yeah, and just I guess my whole analysis of like the Pittsburgh's draft, I feel like they touched pretty much what they needed to.
Mhm.
Like, they fixed the trenches, defensive side of the ball. You got your running back after Naj's exit. You managed to get a quarterback in a late round. And then, in my opinion, I feel like you got somebody in Jack Sawyer.
Yes,
Like
that one was a very surprising thing that he lasted as long as he did.
that's yeah.
Because watching
That's what I
Ohio
thought.
State games at times, that boy was everywhere.
And I don't understand.
Like,
how
he's a
he fell
tackling
that far.
machine.
Personally, I don't.
I don't see how he fell, but thank God.
I almost honestly, when they called his name, I was like, "Who is that?" And then I remembered. I was like, "Wait." I remember seeing him play, and then he had that big play against Quinn Ewers.
Yep.
So.
And he had a good game against Michigan, even though Ohio State lost that game. He did have a really good game against Michigan.
Yeah.
But he needs to be in TJ Watt's ear at all times. Do not leave his side. Learn everything you can from him.
Yeah.
And
maybe that's because with the whole thing with TJ, like contract issues and all that.
Yes.
I'm not saying TJ's leaving, but what if something did happen like that?
And Alex
Maybe they're
Highsmith is there
worried.
to help him as
What
well.
I mean? Maybe they're worried that maybe that is why they went and got a guy like him in a later round.
I hope not. I don't want to see TJ
I
go
hope not
anywhere.
either.
I want him to retire in black and gold.
Yeah, for sure.
I want him to retire a Steeler for sure.
He's been our best player. At least the last 6-7 years.
And he is someone that is so fun to watch too. He is one of the players on the Steelers for sure. I love watching. I told you I've always liked watching the defensive players, and he is one that he gets in, he finds his opening, he undercuts. He's just so quick and agile. It's ridiculous.
He's got the speed off the line.
Good use of hands. He has like multiple moves that he can get by people.
Yeah.
He learned. He definitely does his dips where he can get under and get past and just tracking down the quarterback. And it's definitely just fun to watch him whenever he gets loose.
I think grade wise, I think I give Pittsburgh like a B plus.
Yes,
I think so.
Solid.
Maybe not an A, but I
Solid.
feel like it's
Solid
definitely
B
solid.
plus.
So
for sure.
But just to cap things off on that.
Now let's go to move to Dallas real quick.
Dallas didn't do what I expected, but in the long run, I'm not really mad. A little bit disappointed, but I'm not mad at it. Especially our first round pick. I didn't expect that.
Even
with him
with Smith retiring though.
But it's because
adding to the O-line depth.
Yes, exactly.
I get why they did it.
Exactly. And that was my biggest thing. So Tyler Booker, I just didn't expect that to be the first, but I'm not mad at it either. You know what I mean? The decisions that they made
You were thinking
overall,
more maybe wide receiver first.
at least one.
I
wouldn't. I
I
didn't think it was going to be a wide receiver because we've lost so many on our line. with DeMarcus Lawrence leaving, and then the few other players that we have basically taken off as well. I mean, we had a lot of holes to fill. So, I mean, everything that we have going in to our positions that we picked up is literally going to probably end up being our overall starters in the long run. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
key positions,
yeah. But Donovan, that's the one I'm excited about. I'm really excited. And of course, I don't watch college, so I started watching highlights. Obviously, highlights are always going to be the best that they do. But how he moves, the way he gets around people. I mean, I've even seen it once they push him all the way back behind the quarterback, he still manages to come up and be either that one person or the second person to bring the quarterback down. I mean, I think they said it was like 16 sacks.
Can you pronounce his last name? Because I still can't.
I'm pretty sure it's Iruku.
That's
but
what
I know I'm probably butchering it 100%. But definitely he is my most exciting to watch. Because I mean, I know we didn't get our offense for CeeDee Lamb, and for Dak Prescott what we needed, but we helped our other superstar get to where he needs to be as well. Because I mean, if Dak can just push through it, and our defense is gonna end up being really good. I mean, I really do. With the picks that they have, I really do feel like it's definitely going to elevate it.
I mean, in past years, I always felt like Dallas has had a strong defense.
Yeah.
Like even when they had like Wade Phillips, wasn't their D coordinator at one point?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. And who was the other one? The dude that just went to Washington.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn's another one.
Dan Quinn
so you
was
guys
a
always
defensive mind.
have really good DCs.
And that's the reason why, one of the reasons
at least
why
the
I
last
love watching it, outside of it being a family thing every year.
Well, they had one of the best corners too. What's his name?
Oh, that we picked up. You're talking about?
No, that they have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah. Trayvon Diggs.
That's what I thought. I was like,
yes.
But now that they're gonna have
brain fart.
Shavon Rebel Jr. That's gonna
Shavon Rebel kid.
Yeah,
it
he's
seems
gonna
like
be.
You guys win a lot of defense.
Yes.
From what I can see, because like 5 of the picks, at least from what I had written down, was all defense.
Yeah.
Couple on the line, cornerback, and a linebacker, Shamar Jones. Which, do you know where he played?
I do not actually.
I know the name though.
Florida.
Dude, I really feel like I saw like a Florida game this year because the name really just sticks out to me.
Took another one of my former Ducks, which I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oregon had 10 people drafted this year. That is the most in Oregon history.
Yeah,
oh wow.
In all rounds, just doesn't matter, an entire draft, 10. So shout out to Dan Lanning doing his best that he can up there at Oregon to get guys ready. And it's just I'm proud to be a Ducks fan. I really am right now. It's just an amazing time to be a Ducks fan right now. But Cornelius, he was another transfer.
Okay.
That we got.
Oh, offensive tackle.
See, I haven't gotten to look him up yet, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
He was a monster. He was good.
So he's from like he played at Oregon.
He transferred.
Like he transferred there. How many? Just 1 year? Or is it
2, I believe.
Just 2.
Okay.
Yes, because we've been winning the transfer portal almost past 2 years running. I mean, it's just been ridiculous to people that we've had come in.
Yeah.
And we're not just talking guys that are going to sit and ride the pine. I'm talking starters from other teams that are coming to transfer to Oregon to play. You know, it's just been amazing to see all these guys just want to come play at Oregon and play for Tosh Lopoi on defense and play for Will Stein on offense and just play for Dan Lanning entirely. It's just been amazing to see it.
Yeah.
I love it personally, So I'm so excited about the season. It's just going to be so awesome to watch, and I really can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm just excited to hopefully watch these younger players come in and develop really good, because like I said, some of them look like they're going to fall right in the right positions. I think they really did make a lot of good choices on that. Like even the running back they picked up, Jaden
Blue
Blue.
from
That's what I was
Texas.
going to say.
He
Like, yeah, he
he's
is talking
one
about
that, you know, like I said, I started watching highlights, trying to do my homework, and he's one that he can be very explosive and he's
Mhm.
quick.
No, he is quick.
He's gone. You know, and the fact that he can also catch, that makes
Yeah.
that gives you a lot more options too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Quinn Ewers definitely gave him the ball a lot this year.
The
There
one
were
thing,
a couple games I watched with Texas.
the one thing that I feel like I'm not going to be able to see till he's in the NFL if he'll be a good blocker as well. Because that's one thing that I enjoyed a lot about Ezekiel Elliott, you know, especially, you know, in his earlier years with us, is he would stop people from getting to Dak, you know, because sometimes you need that, especially, you know, how some teams are. I mean, they're grilling and they're gunning down, and we've seen it last year,
Yeah.
especially, you know, I mean, I know Ravens was definitely one.
Especially with him
That I've
being a
seen.
mobile quarterback as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and that's one thing I don't want him to do. I want him to settle in that pocket more.
and not get hurt.
Yes, and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
especially.
I mean, we all know what's happened in the last like few years, and it's just been
Is Cooper Rush still there? Do they keep Cooper?
no.
Do they get rid of him?
He's gone.
So who's the backup there now?
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I do not know.
I'm gonna say I'm not even sure. to be
I'm gonna
honest
answer
with
some
you.
of these chats back. Answer some of our people. Thank you guys for staying engaged as too. We really appreciate that.
QB for Dallas Cowboys. See, this is what the internet is really good for. Everything's so instant on top of it. You know what I mean? Joe Milton III.
Oh wait, they got him off of that. They traded for him. I forgot about that. New
Yes,
England
we
did trade for him.
Yeah.
Like they traded him away. Who'd
Yeah,
they
it was
like? Who'd they get rid of?
Did not. Well, I'm gonna assume Cooper, right? Oh no, who in New England got rid of?
Yeah, to get they got rid
Oh.
of Joe Milton because they sent him to Dallas.
Yeah.
Was it just like a pick in the draft?
No, it said he was acquired from in a trade on April. Strange.
And they say that dude could be.
But also,
could
you're
be
gonna say because
somebody.
Joe Milton has a huge arm, so
He threw one of the fastest.
I put some fire under Dak.
He threw one of the fastest balls in NFL history.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. Dude's
Yeah.
got dude
He has a cannon.
he has
on
a
his arm.
cannon for
Yeah.
an arm. And I believe he
love
came
a
from
quarterback with
Tennessee.
a cannon on it, that they can just lob that joint and just follow that quarter, especially if they have the accuracy to hit on it too.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. That your guys that you were just telling me about your QB, I'm watching him. I'm like, oh, I might have to see him a little bit more because he looks good. He does look good, and I know he had kind of a
it's
short
Rudolph,
career.
like Mason
Yeah,
Rudolph,
yeah, Mason. I
mean,
definitely would
he
like to
throws
see
the
him a
ball
little
deep,
bit
so-
more. Now that he's kind of on my radar, I would like to see him start just so I can watch him as well.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
he did those last 5 games. He did pretty solid when he was in there. Like obviously 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and then got mauled by Buffalo, even though the game was kind of close.
I mean, it's really hard to say too. I mean, if I was to grade how they drafted and what I wanted, it would have been like, you know what I mean? I would say probably like a C, you know, because it's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But overall, doing the homework, looking into these players, I'd probably give it a B. You know what I mean?
feel like they went
I'm
like a safer play, yeah.
Yeah, but
Like, probably more like with Pittsburgh, like the need thing.
exactly.
So they didn't do anything risky, I felt.
Yeah, they definitely filled all the positions they felt they needed.
A lot of
and-
people didn't go flash.
And I'm
you know.
curious to see this Jay, and I don't know how to say his last toy.
From UCLA.
Yeah, he's just someone that he's a big boy, and he looks like, and you know, somebody was saying he was Samoan as well. And, you know, them guys, they solid.
They're all
you know what I
strong.
mean?
A lot
They're
of-
just solid.
A lot
They're
of your
all
Pac-12
strong,
teams, like
easily.
most of them, are from like Samoa America. So
Yeah.
it's, you know, Oregon has a bunch of them. Washington, especially.
Hawaii.
You know, Oregon State. You know, it's
Yeah,
That's where they are. Like Hawaii too.
well, Hawaii has definitely put out some good players. You know,
All them Islander boys.
Marcus Mariota, Heisman Trophy winner.
You're down the list.
Mhm.
Dylan Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Gabriel followed Marcus Mariota's path. He admitted that he did. Marcus was his idol. That's why he wore number 8 at Oregon. No one has worn number 8 since Marcus left.
That's wild.
And Marcus told him that you can wear my number.
Oh, that
He-
must have been a blessing to him. He must
He
have
was.
been,
He-
he must
he-
have been going
he-
crazy when he got
He was
that
a mentor
blessing.
to Dylan,
Yeah.
and he, helped him with his game, helped him develop into the quarterback that he is. So that's, it's something awesome to see whenever you see the outside things from football.
Yeah.
It's just really nice to see that. Well, we can move on to our next group of topics, and we all love this part.
Oh yes.
We all love this part.
I came more prepared than I should have, to be honest with you, for no reason. But that's
But-
because
Yeah.
if you
brought his
know
whole
me,
closet.
you know I'm extra. It's just how I am.
I'm gonna let
And
Daryl take this one over for you for a little bit, just because Daryl got a lot to share
I was gonna say he might be the biggest sneakerhead here.
for sure.
Yeah, I
And
definitely
that's
have
by far.
have a little bit of a problem with shoes. So I mean, one thing that I wanted to talk about to share with you guys is kind of how I even got into shoes. I mean, when I was a kid growing up playing basketball, I used to do that and I'd go practice with my dad and friends outside playing from soon as you woke up outside to the lights hit dark and you had to go in on weekends. I mean, we used to have a portable basketball court outside of the house, and it was just good times. But one of the shoes that definitely has always opened my eyes, and one of my favorites that I have, is my Penny 2s. As you can see, these ones here, they do differ from each other. You probably can't tell the screen, but this one's an older pair. That's from 2009. This one right here is from let's see, 2016. Nah, this is the 2023. And of course, like I said, I was being extra. I bought the 3 different pairs of just one shoe that I've owned. So this was the 2016 pair here. Definitely enjoy it. Penny Hardaway is, one of my boys growing up. Between him and Jordan, those are the ones that I was always looking after. But this is the shoe and the colorway I had, and I was balling out in these. Definitely loved that. And I brought another colorway just for the fun of it. Fortunately, soul separating on here, but it happens when you have something old.
So you're built like Shaq, but you wear pennies.
That's right. You already know it. Oh man. But I mean, as far as like, I also wanted to share like my favorite theme shoe, and one of them would have been definitely music. I enjoy music and hip hop a lot. Growing up, it was always rap and R&B is all I listened to. And when these came out last year, how stoked was I to be able to hit on these? I mean, I went out and bought the Iowa pairs just so I could have these. I was going to get them custom, and then look what they did. I mean, you can't get nothing better than that. I mean, I just enjoy it. And as you could tell, they're worn. We wear our kicks, and then I also have some in the stash as well. Now, one pair that I wanted to share with you are, again, I'm extra, so I bring 2 pairs, is my promo sample Penny 2s. These are the lilacs. It's crazy still to be able to find these on eBay. Only paid $160 for these. Now, when these released, they only came out in grade school sizing. As you can tell, size 14, that's what I wear. I mean, the quality in these are just phenomenal. And then the last pair I have with me, of course, I had to bring out a pair of Jordans. I told you Jordan's also my guy. And this one is one of the grails. My favorite numbers are the Jordan 5, just like Phil here.
Yep.
We're big
Sure.
Jordan 5 fanatics. And if you see the bag, you already know. But these are the trophy room 5s. These ones honestly don't even see the light of day. They're exactly what they are, the trophy rooms. If I could have gotten the friends and family pair, oh, that would be a dream come true. But I was able to get these. Shout out to the wife for blessing me because she bought them for me as an anniversary gift. Right there, but I mean, you can't get no better than that.
No,
I mean, it's
not those.
just the beauty.
The quality on those is phenomenal.
But yeah, and I mean, in the course, we have a lot of shoes coming out this year as well that we're also excited for. But who would like to go next and share
Good.
a little bit of your collection?
So growing up, like I've always been a Kobe fan. Like that's why I'm a Lakers fan, of course. Even though I'm wearing a Raptors shirt right now.
but
But
that's
I'm a
for
Kawhi. I'm a Kawhi Leonard fan.
exactly.
So
And
technically,
anybody
I'm kind of a Clippers fan right now because the Lakers got eliminated. Whatever. But I was wrong. But growing up, like probably like 2004, Kobe's first like Nike shoe came out, and I remember going to Finish Line, getting a pair of the Kobe ones. It was the All Star pair, so they're like black, white, and red. And I was like probably 11 years old then. So since then, other than that, I didn't really have any shoes, honestly, like crazy shoes until up to like the Kobe 5. Really wasn't into shoes a whole lot when I was a kid, but I had like Allen Iversons and stuff like that. But now since I started working at Finish Line back in like 2014, I started collecting more shoes, just being around the product and everything. So now I primarily just collect Kobe's, a few Jordans here and there. My favorite shoe that's probably in my collection right now is the GG shoe from, it's kind of maybe hard to see, from like a couple years ago now that it came out. It has like the butterfly accents on it, of course, dedicated to GG on the back.
rest in peace.
So this is definitely my favorite shoe at the moment. It's actually my opinion, it's the most comfortable Kobe. Theme shoe wise, obviously, since I'm a Tar Heels fan, I love the Columbia lows, the 11s. I've been wearing these more. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, for about 10 years, I probably didn't even wear these. They came out forever ago, so. But anything UNC blue, I probably wear when it comes to Jordan brand. Other than that, I really don't wear a whole lot of Jordan brand stuff. So yeah, I mean that's about it with me. I'm not like the biggest sneaker fan here, but I like some of my Jordans and mainly Kobe's. So
Beautiful Kobe collection you have.
Oh
too.
yeah, for sure.
yeah, there's a lot more at home. I didn't want to bring them like Daryl.
Yeah, he
Daryl-
didn't want to be extra.
I didn't want to
but
bring
I
the
mean,
whole closet.
but which one's the Grail in your collection?
The Grail?
Yeah,
Honestly, it's probably like this one.
that's
right
probably
now.
gonna be that
It's
one.
probably still going to be this because after I got it on foot, it was just so different for me. Like, I don't know, just the way everything hit with the butterfly accents. Like I said, the gold's perfect. Like, put black socks on. I know it's crazy, but I think like black socks sometimes with a white shoe like this, how it's broken up, just makes it pop even more.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's the gist of my collection. Phil, you want to take it?
Yep. All right. I was going to dive right into the shoe that got me into it.
Oof.
Fred Ford's.
Classic.
Got that Nike on the back. That suede nubuck right there. I mean, this shoe right here, for some reason, it just is the one that just got me into it. Like, it's that black and red, and then Jordan playing in these,
Mm-hmm.
and Daryl actually was the one that really got me this shoe because I had to sell my original pair that I had. And when Daryl found that out, it took him a hot minute to find a pair like this.
For steal, though.
And I really did. This shoe right here will never leave my collection ever again. One, because it's my favorite, but two, and probably the most, like Daryl over here brought this back into my collection because he knew that this shoe means a lot to me. And when he went out and got it, I was like, yeah, this shoe will definitely never leave my collection ever again. That is for sure. Now, my favorite shoes of all time, like Daryl said, is the Jordan 5. Once again, I wasn't able to hit on these, but Daryl was, and he got these for me. So, once again, I definitely appreciate that.
Of course.
But this one right here is a special Jordan Grape 5. As you notice, it has no laces. This is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Jordan Grape 5. Because if you are a fan of the Fresh Prince, like I am, probably everybody else in this room,
Definitely.
if you watch the first few seasons, Will wore a pair of Grape 5s, but he never had the laces.
Yeah.
And you probably won't be able to see it, but underneath here, it says West Philadelphia. So,
But this is one of the exact pairs that Will wore during the show. But just the Grape Fives have always been one of my favorites. Like, I mean, just look at that colorway.
Beautiful.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that at all. And it being a 5, being one of my favorites, like it was definitely a no-brainer.
It was automatic.
Like this was a must, and this is another one that will never leave my collection, no matter how much people offer. You know, so someone can offer you a lot of money for shoes, and that's fine. But I will say this: like there are just some that are just priceless to people.
Yes.
Because like it's something that you want, you've loved for a long time, and I'd never get rid of them.
Yes.
You know, it's just something that I will hold on to for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's one that I didn't bring out. I'm gonna have to go grab it real quick. Sorry
Right.
about that.
Yeah, that's like me talking about, like, he's talking about those being like one pair, and go like these right here, these promos. I mean, to have something like this with Penny Twos being one of my ultimate favorite shoes. And then what's crazy is last night, me and RJ was sitting there watching the Golden State game. Fortunately, Golden State couldn't just do nothing. I mean, that was the Rockets, right?
Yeah.
They're solid. I mean, they look really good. I can see why they were having such a hard time. But I mean, I ended up finding another pair of Penny 2 promos, another eBay steal as well. Can't wait to show you guys those as well.
Now this one right here,
I already know what it is.
This one right here is very, very, very special to me for a few reasons. One, it has to do with Halloween. 2, my girlfriend got me these for Valentine's Day. Thanks to Daryl. Again.
And that's
Daryl always comes through clutch when it comes to shoes. I will say that. Like, dude is like the Michael Jordan of hitting shoes when it comes to winning the game.
I mean, he's helped me out on plenty of drops.
For
when
sure.
It comes to Kobe, so.
Now, these. Every time I pull them out, man, it's
Really, is that candy corn on the lace?
It sure
the
is.
lace tips?
Oh,
These are the Night of Mischief Dunks. As you can see, a little perforated pumpkin right there on the toe. Candy corn tips right here. And then just accents of Halloween everywhere. Little ghost. And then, another one of my personal things, it's always the small things too when it comes to shoes.
Oh, the details.
It's always the details is what gets you. You know, love it. They say trick or treat on the back of them. This shoe right here, there's very few shoes that I would ever say. I use always the analogy, if your house is burning down, when are you going to go back here and save?
Yeah.
Well, Phil's going to be throwing out, all his shoes out of a window.
If I can. But these bad boys right here is definitely one of them, for sure. Because this shoe right here means a lot to me. Like, especially I love Halloween. And when they came out with this, I was like, you guys, hit this one out of the park. I wish I had the mummies to show, but we won't talk about that. I will get those back in the collection, though.
Honestly,
I understand it. I mean, I've made those decisions. We've all done that where we end up letting pairs go that we don't end up wanting to let go, and you end up doing it. Like one of the ones for me are the Nike SB Dorothy's. I mean, I don't care about what the resale is going for because obviously it's a rare shoe. Plus, I wear a size 14. You know what I mean? They're going honestly between probably 600 to 1,000 if they're even around. Because at this point, they don't exist. They're off the market.
Yep.
I sold those for $100.
So I would assume is that a Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, it was a Wizard of Oz theme. I mean, it was a beautiful shoe. I mean, it was black in the toe box and it faded into a white. Then around the insole, around the lining, it was almost like that picnic basket. Inside the sole, it had like the yellow brick road inside of it. It was very minimal shoe. If you didn't know it was the Dorothy's, you probably wouldn't have thought they were the Wizard of Oz shoe. Not like the new ones that just dropped.
They were fire.
Yeah,
For sure. They were fire for sure.
If you guys in the chat want to say, mention what some of your favorite shoes are, go right ahead. And, another little background thing on us, we all worked at Finish Line together.
Yeah.
If anybody didn't know that.
We can talk about it a little bit.
I was probably.
I don't know as much, but these dudes, they know more.
I was the longest tenured at Finish Line.
Yep.
I was there 12 years. RJ was right behind me, like not even. I'm telling, like maybe 6 months, if that.
Maybe
because you came in right after I did. And Finish Line is where I met Daryl.
Yes.
Little story behind that one. Yeah. Love the story. Daryl coming in the store, and it was a release day. It was a Saturday. The Bread 13s have dropped.
Yep.
Daryl came in with Supreme 5s on feet. Loved them. Love those shoes, by the way. Love them. Just love them. He came in, we started talking a little bit, and he bought the Bread 13s. So this man sits down, takes off the 5s, puts them in the 13 box and puts the 13s on, and I'm like, I'm blown away.
Yeah, because I remember the shock in his face.
Because the Supreme 5s was like that's Grail status shoe right there.
Yeah.
To anybody that knows and collects shoes.
And they were the black ones because they dropped 3 different pairs. It was the black ones, yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't even know him, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, he's going straight to feet, and I was like, all right, but I was like, them Supremes right there. I was like, that's Grail status right there.
Now, what was the 13 that dropped?
The Bread 13.
Oh,
yeah. Well, what it was is I wanted those for years. That's probably how we all got into a lot of the Jordan shoes that we collect. Like the Bread 4s for you, it was something you had to re-get. You know what I mean? Because of the fact why memories and it just all triggered. And I remember seeing them on people's feet growing up. I remember, watching Jordan play in them, always wanted a pair. So when that release came out, and I still have them, when that release came out, I had to have them. And I put them straight to feet. And it was just one of those things that, I couldn't wait for it. There's certain shoes that I get, and I just have to put them on feet right away. For example, I'm even going to show the ones I'm wearing on feet today, like these. As soon as I got these in, they went straight to feet. I didn't go anywhere. I was wearing them around the house. These are my beater pairs, right?
And don't let them fool you. He got 2 pairs. That's how extra he is.
Hey,
he has 2 pairs.
The Galaxy Foam, like there are some shoes that need to be a double up. Like there really is. Like there are just some shoes. I know people think it's weird, but there are some shoes that needs to be a double up. Keep one on ice and wear one.
I don't wear.
I got a couple doubles in my collection.
Yeah.
So.
But it's just
if you can do it, do it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I never would have thought I would have hit. You know what I mean? More than one. It's just one of those things. But yeah, no, there's definitely, and it's weird because I never thought I'd be that person to double up on a pair of shoes. But when I find something that I love, like I remember buying the Jordan Black Cement 3s, and I ended up buying. I feel like that was one of the first 5 shoes that I bought. Like it was probably the 5th one that I actually doubled up on because that's not something I would normally do. But then I was like, yo, I wore them, I beat them. I ran through them joints and still sold them for like $160. You know what I'm saying? But that's because the value of those were up there as well. And you wear them every day. You wear them with anything, kind of like the Bread 4s that you got. There is no limits to how you can wear certain shoes in the certain classics.
A pair of khaki shorts and black t-shirts, you're good to go.
That's like those great 5s. You're like, I know isn't that your favorite 5 of all time, right? Like that's the number one.
That's one of my favorite OG colorways.
Okay. Yep.
My favorite 5 is the Bel Air 5s.
Okay.
The first Bel Air
The first ones. I can understand that. I almost brought those with me too as a theme. That's funny. I mean, it's just, I mean, that shoe, the colors, the brightness, remember seeing it on feet, you know what I mean? And of course, they came with black laces, but if you went the extra mile and did the lace swap.
And that's kind of how I feel. Like, even though I know the Kobe 5 USA wasn't very, like, sought after,
Yeah.
like, I found a pair, no lie, like, I think it was Gates. For like $60, I found them in a 10.5 when I was growing up. But I wore them everywhere. I played basketball in them until they literally fell apart. Like the soles were cracked, everything. It was like falling. Like it was basically like dust at that point. But I've always wanted that shoe again.
Yeah.
But they've never relaunched it, and I actually think it does go for a lot of money now.
That's why these pairs right here that we talk about, like you see, you know, I was telling you I have all the different years in these. And the only pair I don't have of these that's released is the original 1996, which I can't bring myself to buy them because I want to be able to wear them. And I was always told swapping and the soles was just not possible.
No.
Oh, you'll find a way.
I need to. I need a pair of them 96s.
These are worn, but of course, this is probably one of my favorite non-OG colorways, especially like because.
Is that like a Son of Mars or something like that?
This
It almost gives me the Son of Mars feel, though.
It was
like
it was a pair of Bel Air,
The Bel Airs,
different colors.
These are the first
on
ones
each
that
one.
came out.
But wasn't there like a Son of Mars that they did like a Bel Air color?
Yeah,
I was.
The wife had those.
The insides, just this shoe. I love the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. One of my favorite shows of all time, and you know, Will wore Jordans throughout the whole series.
So who would be your favorite sitcom guy that wore sneakers? That was a sneakerhead, because there's a lot. I mean, there really is quite a few.
Oh, I mean, there is.
And
You
one
know.
a lot of people sleep on is like Seinfeld, for example. He was one of those low key. You know, he had those regular like dad kind of OG shoes on and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people will say Will or Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Macaulay Culkin wore some Jordans too.
He definitely did. No, you definitely had some celebrities that really rocked it out.
I'm still gonna say Will. Like Will had a lot.
Yeah.
And
it's
like
also his style he brought too, because like everyone loves Will Smith. Like,
you know,
for the most part, I feel
and
like.
he brought a flair to him. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like that first outfit he wore on the first episode was a pair of great fives and like yellow shorts and a loud T-shirt, and it's like, dude, like that's that screamed 90s though.
Oh,
right.
100%.
You know,
yeah.
And as Will progressed, like you'd see him wear sixes. You'd see like the last episode of Fresh Prince, he wore Columbia 11s.
Yes, he's just standing there. Everything's out of the living room. It was a sad moment for all of us.
They were probably the highs, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the OGs.
He wore infrared sixes
back when they were Columbias, not Legend Blues.
Yeah. Yeah, he wore infrared sixes. He wore a couple. I mean, he wore a couple others too. And he didn't just wear Jordans too. You know, so like he did wear other stuff, but also too, you know, like Will just like I said, just brought that style.
Yeah, he brought flavor to everything he wore, and he was different.
Yes.
And the personality on the show just made it even more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely was just popping with everything for sure.
Even Martin.
Oh, Martin, yeah.
TV show, like I mean,
I love Martin. I mean, but those are my two favorites probably to watch.
He wore his collection was he had a collection that was pretty dope. He had Taxi 12s. Was one of the pairs that he got in there, and it's like, you know, you see the sneaker culture and a bunch of other stuff that you would never think that, hey, you know, that person's into shoes.
Right? Yeah.
You know, but they really are. Like you don't, it's part of their private life, but you just really don't know. Like, hey, is that person a sneakerhead or not? But if you look at certain people in the shoes that they wear, like they're a sneakerhead. Like I know, it's not just, you know.
When it comes to anything, we all know. When it comes to anything entertainment industry, if somebody's wearing something, what do kids want, or just people in general want?
Well, they
want
said
what they're wearing. So,
those Deion Sanders, you know, those black and white ones that I got, they said after Kendrick performed in them, they skyrocketed. Like they
Oh,
went
yeah,
and
I
took for it
guarantee
even
it.
more. I don't know
Yeah.
what the market is
That's
now,
all it does.
but
Yeah, you just
Mhm,
put it
but-
on the right person's feet.
oh, and
It's
the
gonna take
influence
off
on
every
it.
time.
But I'm sorry, the one thing I can say, I can't do those bell bottoms though.
No.
He
The
was
bell
rocking
bottoms,
the bell
I know.
bottoms. Nah, that's the only thing. I mean,
Was it
Cool,
like
yeah,
1970s?
I mean, if you want to wear it, I've never been a fan of
I
that.
mean, it's all
But if
you
good.
know
that's
what
your
I mean?
style,
It's
that's
all
your
comfortable.
style.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, he made it look good. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean, he put it together well, the whole fit and everything like that. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
And on here, like, we ain't never going to diss nobody for their style, because if that's you, that's you.
Exactly.
You know, like there ain't no hate, no, why you wearing that? Like,
Yeah.
no, like I ain't gonna hate on nobody's style, because then someone might think my style's weird.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, exactly.
I got a couple outfits that are a little out there. You know,
Mhm.
I got my Prince outfit with my,
With the socks and everything.
with my socks and my alternate great fives and my Prince shirt. But I get a lot of compliments on that outfit.
Yeah, but you
You know,
be doing it
but-
different.
But
though.
I wear that shit.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, but
what about the Golden Girls T-shirt?
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
that
with my
was nice.
Dornbeckers.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie, that was nice.
I
you
mean,
know, I wear what I like.
yeah.
That's what I've always been told
Yeah.
in sneaker culture. Wear what you like, and don't care what anybody else has to say about it.
Exactly.
You
I
know,
mean,
like,
that's
you wild with some of your stuff. You
Oh,
be wearing.
yeah.
Like you're like you. I could never some of the stuff, but I don't hate on it because that's you. Like
Yeah.
you rock that shit.
But I mean, as long as you walk with that confidence, you know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. Because, one of the things that I tell people, I may go out there and I'll be like, Phil, I like the fit. It looks good. But when I dress for a fit, it's not necessarily looking for the compliment. It's literally, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, you look so good today. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at yourself and just enjoying life for what it is.
Yep.
It's not impressing other people.
No.
I don't put on these shoes to show off. Like, the trophy room fives, that some people don't even know I have that in my collection. I don't want to show off everything that I have.
No.
I want to be able to pop out and they'd be like, oh, okay, I see you again. Always trying to bring out something new. I don't want them to know everything that I do.
Of course.
Oh,
But I mean, like, I just always remember like when we first met and everything, of all the shoes that we've gone through, and all the releases at Finish Line and things like that, and some of the stuff we've worn and the people we've met.
Oh, yeah.
Like the relationships we have from some of the people in sneakers, and it's not just like outside stuff.
Yeah.
Like just sneakers. We've met some awesome people.
Yeah.
And people's like collections is like more ridiculous than what ours is. Like,
oh, yeah.
like shout out Big G. Like his sneaker collection is ridiculous.
Oh, it is. And some of the stuff he sold me, because I've never seen it, but I know
It's
that man,
ridiculous.
he got some PEs in his too.
He got
though.
heat. He got a lot of heat.
He showed me some stuff for sure. Yeah, I've definitely seen it.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna name who, but he has a cousin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Played
he
in the
does.
NBA.
He does. He does.
But
If you
either
live
or-
around here, you probably know. If you know, you know.
That's right.
Of course.
But I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, and he's been doing it for years. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
years.
Like he's probably deeper than me into this, because I mean, I say I kind of started dabbling into buying shoes about 2006, but 2009 is where it really started escalating, and then it became to as bad as I am now. Like, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And of course, I remember the first time walking into classroom back, I want to say 7th, 8th grade, and my boy Ludwig walks in the classroom. And for me, everything stops. And what do I see? A fresh, brand new pair of 11 Concords. I mean, I could not take my eyes off of them joints. You know that moment where you just fall in love? For some people, it's the women. For me, it was shoes. You know what I mean? Or seeing a certain outfit, hats. I mean, I think that's really what it is. Seeing these guys out in the street dressed the way they dress, and I just enjoyed watching it and being colorful. Like I tell my kids now, you know what I mean? I don't have a favorite color. All colors is my favorite at this point now, because I just enjoy everything. I want to embrace it all.
And the fashion just ain't for the girls. Like, I mean, like there's a lot of guys that, like I like to match everything I got, from my shirt to my socks and shoes. Like every shoe in my collection,
To his suits.
I have a shirt in my closet to match it.
I
Okay.
believe it.
And I have to have it that way because, like, if I want to wear like different stuff, like I got to be able to have the shirt to go with it.
Yeah,
I have to, you know.
it's got to be a complete because I'm
And yes,
like
my
that.
suit game matches as
I
well.
know.
Oh, the
Yes.
I know
suit
what you
game
got.
for Phil.
That I will say,
I'm
like I
telling
do.
you.
I
You
always
think he
have.
was a mob boss?
I always do. I love I love my suits. I love the. I just feel good wearing a
Okay.
suit.
I see you, DJ Monte Carlo. Nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
We getting some love.
Oh yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
I see my sisters in here, wife's up in here as well. I like that.
Keep sending the love. We appreciate it.
Shout out to Mary as well. We got Mary in here also.
Chips in here.
Heck yeah, I love that. I love seeing that and the interaction. Y'all want to say anything? We will respond. I apologize
Who's
if we
that?
haven't at all. I'm not sure, but Phil, you got to get out. She told you to get out, Phil.
Apparently,
You
it's my own house.
but you got to get out. Nah, but
But yeah, like I will say, like Finish Line, even though we all don't work here no more, like Finish Line brought us
not
together.
RJ. Well, now it's JD. Now
Whatever.
it's JD.
Whatever.
He's the only one that stuck around. But RJ, it's a hate or love thing for
Technically, I
him.
was out for a
He-
couple
he
years,
was,
but then
man.
I like started working there again.
Yeah. But you enjoy it, you say, right? In comparison to how it was before, you kind of get
It's
a little
lot
bit
bigger.
you get a lot
Of
more
course.
freedom though, kind
Yeah.
of being in the back. You don't engage with customers as much. I mean, not that it was ever bad, but you know what I
Always
mean.
been our stockroom supervisor.
Yep. That's right.
Stockroom supervisor.
Hey, he
For
took care of
sure.
everything right though.
Hey,
Man, you could
Did
depend
his
on
job.
somebody that showed up every day. He's not like me. I'd call out. RJ don't call out.
Put shoes back in the right place.
Yeah, definitely.
Could never stand that, man. Going and looking for a shoe and it's like it's not here. And then it'd be clear over on the other side of the store because somebody just wanted to, put the box back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody
that was
that
so
has worked
irritating.
retail completely
So
understands
irritating.
how that is. What's your favorite Air Penny colorway of all time? Why? Well, to answer that question, you may not have seen it, but you already know it's gonna be the Penny Twos, and I'm gonna have to go with these. Atlantic Blue, 100%. I brought up 3 different years with me, but this is definitely the one that I enjoy. And of course, the colorway that comes close to second are these. And obviously, the reason for these is because I had these when I was a kid. I was out balling out in these specific one. He was the first pair of pennies I had.
So
They say Clay and Adia say hi. What's up? Okay, he'd like to know what's everyone's favorite SB dunk of all time and why.
Oh man.
I don't wear dunks.
Yeah, RJ don't wear dunks.
I don't wear dunks. I'm not
Unfortunately.
against them. It's just I don't wear dunks.
Me personally, I was a skater back in the day, so dunks and skate like SBs.
Yeah.
Has always been a thing, and I've always liked them too. And it's not always just Jordans for me, like Air Maxes,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. But SBs, oh man, that's a hard question because I got a lot.
Yeah.
Is it the Halloween though?
But right now, like
You're a
it's
Halloween guy.
like right now, it's literally got to be the Night of Mischief.
I mean, it's easily I can see you saying those every
Like it's
single
got to
time.
be for me. But also too, I really love my Maui Wowies.
I thought, the
Oh,
Maui Wowies are beautiful.
Aren't those
though.
highs?
No,
Yes.
those
Yes.
are highs. I mean, it's a hard for me to say
As
because
a matter of fact,
outside of the Penny
It's just a
Twos,
matter of fact.
SBs are my favorite shoes, and the reason why is because of the concepts, the creativity with the shoe, the way you can beat them up, wear them, and for whatever reason, for how they feel like you're almost wearing bare feet, they're comfortable to me. Oof, that's a hard one. I mean, I would have to say, oh yeah,
shoe is fire. Okay, I love this shoe.
You
Get an
remember-
X-Acto knife and tear all this stuff away, and there's a different design underneath of it.
oh yeah,
And then you got your little
stash
your
pocket.
little stash pocket right there.
If you didn't know what the Maui Wowie stand for, happy 420.
But I love these. Like this is one definitely
one that I'm so glad that I was able to add to my collection.
I'm definitely happy I have.
And
those
you didn't
as
have to hit on these for me. I hit on these on my own.
Yeah, you did.
So
So how many
I
times have
mean-
you worn them?
these,
Yeah, how many times have you
I
worn 'em?
recently just wore them for our luau at the bar that we had. But throwing a nice Hawaiian shirt on and wearing them like during the summertime,
Yeah.
you can't beat that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I would probably, I'm probably gonna say my favorite SB, and it's pretty much one of the first shoes that I got. Wasn't the first SB that I got, but it was the one that like really turned me out to SBs and kind of just made me pay attention to them. Is when I hit on the De La Souls. When I got those, it was an outlet find.
that's
It was
good
back
one.
when
You found it at an outlet?
yeah, no,
What was that?
sneaker steal. Back then, they used to give you outlet numbers. You can call them up,
Oh, I know
say,
what
like,
you're
"Hey,
saying.
do you
Yeah.
have this shoe in there?" And sure enough,
They
that
had
was
it.
one of the ones. That's how I got my Penny 3 House of Hoop ones. Like, and I got those for like $70. Like, I mean, I was, over time, I was able to do stuff like that. Anybody that knows how they used to do it back then. It was different. And of
Yeah.
course, I mean, it got to a point where people started scamming and all this, I'm sure. And I think that's why everything got completely cut out. But it used to come from the outlets. And I got those for a stupid steal. He says, everyone's favorite number, Air Jordan, you enjoy and appreciate after the 14s. That's definitely an
man.
interesting one.
Oh,
I
that'll be more for you guys because you definitely know a lot more.
I don't know.
than-
For me personally, I can
That'd be
off
between
rip
them.
say I never owned a pair, but the one pair after that, actually, let's say 2 pairs. It was the 16 wheats. That's one I've always wanted. I've never owned a pair of 16s. It's just not something that you see too often. And by the time I wanted them, I don't see them in my size and they're breaking apart. Like I said, I want to get stuff that I can wear. And for whatever reason, I always loved the 23s. The way that those look, how they designed them, thumbprint aspect on the bottom of them for the sole. Just everything did and how the design was on the shoe and how it looked. Like even the little bit of the leather tab kind of sticking out in the back. I don't know. Those just really always attracted me a lot, for sure. I would definitely say the 16s and the 23s for me are ones that I think 16s a lot of people don't like. When you start to get into the 16, I don't know, 15 I've always enjoyed, but you get to 16, 17, 18, 19, people really start to hate Jordans.
Falls
around
off hard.
yeah, like there was only a select few that really mess with those numbers heavy too.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that knowledgeable after about the 14, to be honest with you.
I mean, I
don't
bet
wear a
if
lot
you've
of
seen
Jordans.
them,
I've seen them, but I couldn't just call them out and be like, "Oh, that's a 15, that's a 16."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'll show you. So you.
Same.
To
Like
be honest with you,
Jordan 14, and I had a 14. I had the Ferraris and the reverse Ferraris, the yellow ones,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
and the last shots.
yeah. Didn't we get the last shot?
Yes, I bought the last
Finish line?
shots at our
I
store.
thought so.
Okay, Mary said, my favorite shoes are Jordan Retro 4s. That's definitely.
No, of course.
I mean, that's
classic.
That's an automatic though for a lot of people. I mean, Jordan, especially, they took off even more for the younger gen. Like I was surprised at how much they took off on them, but at the same time, not because of the sleek look that they have. You know what I mean? I will say
I
though,
think threes are my favorite.
threes,
Honestly.
they're
I think
nice.
threes
See?
are honestly my favorite.
See, I do love
And
the
I have
fours,
a couple pair.
and the fours is what got me into them.
Yeah.
But I'll say the Jordan 3 is probably my second favorite. The Jordan Cement 3s, the black
Because I
ones.
think
Yeah.
I used to think like all Jordans just look fat on my foot. But then that's why I never tried on the 3 for a long time. And honestly, until you really told me to just try it out. So I got those UNC 3s. I put them on feet.
That's one that I was working that day. And normally I was busy helping other people get their pairs and trying for them.
Yeah.
That I didn't even get the opportunity to try
dude,
for mine. So I was working
we
that
only
day.
got like 12 pair. No, we had them in store, remember? We only got like 12 pair of them.
Yeah, but my size didn't come through.
Yeah, that's what
I had to actually go on the
15.
website,
Yeah.
but for whatever
Right.
reason, where people normally they would let me do my thing with shoes, but I apologize. Just give me a second. Let me do what I got to do to get these shoes. It just wasn't happening that day. I'm pretty sure I was short a person too. So obviously responsibility comes first, especially being in the position I was in as a manager. But yeah, for
That's
sure.
how it was that Christmas morning when the Kobe Grinches like dropped.
Okay, Brittany likes the 11s for sure. 11s are just automatic classics. And a lot of people think that I'm off for saying that nowadays I think I enjoy the lows a lot more than highs.
I'm just a low top
Yeah.
guy, so
But
I
I-
don't really wear highs.
But I even kind of switched it up with the ones. Like me, I was buying the high. I'll buy any of them, the highs, the mids, the lows.
Yeah.
But lately, for some reason, the lows are just catching more of my
Yeah.
attention. I guess it's just I'm always chasing something and looking for something new. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just me. I don't know. Like growing up, I loved high tops.
Favorite
but
11. Would it be your lows right
It'd
here?
have to be
The
Cowboys,
UNC
yeah.
lows, your favorite?
It's just
I already know what it is, but they got to know what
that
it is.
Carolina University blue to me is just. I mean, obviously, I'm a UNC fan, but it's just everything to me.
And Jordan came from North
Yeah, and
Carolina.
obviously
Yeah,
we
so,
know
I
why.
mean-
Like,
I mean,
and it's
that's
Jordan.
a given.
So
I
yeah.
mean,
1982, the shot.
Concord 11s, man.
And that's easily able to say.
But Space Jams, like Space Jams, I love my Space Jams, but it's got to be the Concord 11s. Everyone's like, oh man, you got like the Breads, the Gammas. No, it's Concords for me.
For me, easily I could say Breads, Concords, Space Jams. Those three in any shoe collector is a must. Of course, you got the Cool Grays, you got the Columbias. You know what I'm saying? Gammas is a non-OG colorway that really took to the market. People love them joints, and I think they're supposed to be coming out this year, aren't they?
Yes.
And if those come, I'm curious to see really how 11s do.
Yeah.
Because 11s have kind of taken a big hit. I mean, they've been dropping so many of them. Stock numbers just crazy. But I mean, gives most people an opportunity to be able to get them. And some people, their first pair still. You know what I mean?
And now too, there is an 11 low that's coming out, and it's the Bread 11 low this year.
I got them. They came
They're
out.
already out.
They already
They dropped.
did?
Yeah.
we
Oh,
have
I
them
actually
in
picked them
store.
up.
I missed out.
Dude, we got dude. Honestly, we might still have your size up there because I think we got like 50 pair of them. I know for a fact we had like 40.
We used to never get 50 pairs back in the day.
I'm not even being stupid.
But it's like nowadays with the way everything is, there's certain shoes that they're giving you a lot of, and certain shoes they're limiting. Like the Retro 5 Metallics, those didn't get as big of a number. Did I kind of regret not getting them? I didn't get them because I had the 2011, 2016 pair. You know what I'm saying? And I just I got to keep buying the same thing over and over.
I'm pretty sure they flooded the market on the Space Jams like one time when we worked there.
The Space Jams were definitely flooded. For sure.
I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the one? Are you talking about the one with
where it rolled
the
out?
Bugs Bunny box
flipped
with the
open?
hands on?
That was my favorite, man.
That's the one. That's the only pair of 11s I still have. That's my favorite is the Space Jam.
But they did sell out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
An 11 is not gonna sit.
That was kind of different times too. When I know
11's never sat ever.
Yeah,
They don't.
Definitely.
What's going on in the chat?
So he says, "Sorry guys, I'm a journalist, podcaster, and a collector." And he
Hey, man,
says,
keep the questions coming.
That people would never think of. Oh yeah. You know we already don't mind, and I already know how you are, boss man. You good. Nike Air Mags are expensive.
You ain't kidding.
They are expensive.
Air Mags.
That's one that I really wish it would be a general release, something for the public to be able to get their hands on. I am at the same time not mad how they did the second release of them when they actually had the auto lacing, because of the fact that everything in order to try for them, they only released like 3 sizes, I think it was, and they were all going to Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Foundation. Yes. And because of that,
they sold for big money.
Yeah, and really, I mean, you donated, and that basically enters you in a chance to win. They didn't tell you what to donate, you know what I mean? But they did a lot for that, and I mean, seeing stuff like that was awesome. But go ahead and give us a general release of something. Don't have to be. I mean, we would love it to be,
of course,
self tie. It would be nice if they were like that, kind of like the new shoes we've been getting. But I mean, come on now. Like I just showed you the other day my Halloween pair, didn't I? Have I ever showed them to you? I have a Universal Studios mag, the Nike mag. Of course, obviously they don't look like them, But I went on eBay and I found the little pieces to add the Nike check and the Nike mag on the back of it. It lights up and everything, but looks nothing like the actual pair because of materials and stuff like that. But I bought it for a costume like some odd years ago. We're having fun with it for sure.
Most overrated shoe?
Most overrated shoe.
Last pair of the mags was $35,000.
And listen, it's not really a shoe, but I'm gonna call it overrated because of the way people in West Virginia misuse it. And it's not really a shoe.
Crocs.
I'm gonna say Crocs. I know where I was going with it. I already know. Crocs. Croc is one of the ugliest things that I've ever seen. I mean, like I said, it's not a shoe, but that's the first thing that comes to mind when you talk about just overrated, because people were just going crazy over them. Like, I know there was a time when videos would pop up and people were saying the Panda Dunks, and I don't see that because it's literally in everybody's shoe, like the Air Force Ones,
Everybody
black
can
and
wear
white, and it
matter.
matches anything, and it goes with
Clean
everybody,
shoe,
like you said, yeah.
clean shoe.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's how it is for me. Yeah, they are comfortable, but they're ugly, and I can't sacrifice ugly for comfort.
You got to make a sacrifice somewhere.
No, I can't do that. I mean, I put insoles inside of my shoes. That's why when you look at some of these shoes, for example, like these here, you see no insoles in them because I swap them out into my shoes. Plus, 41 years old, you know, age is catching up a little bit.
I'm going to get hate for this one.
What's that?
I'm going to get hate for it, but please just bear with me. And I love them. I have them in my collection. Jordan 11.
Jordan 11? Overrated? You would say that?
Not like highly overrated, but it's like everybody jumps on them. Like everybody that we know wants a pair of Jordan 11s. Like they don't care what they got to get, what colorway, doesn't matter. They want Jordan 11s. Just because the patent leather, everybody loves the 11 for some reason. And I'm like, dude, like, there is other ones that you could get, like 6s, 5s, 4s, 10s, things like that. Nobody else wants to jump on the other ones, but it's like 1s or 11s, and that's it. Like everybody's stuck on those. It's like, all right, that's cool, because I'll take all the Jordan 5s that you people want to pass on. Like, I'll take those all day.
Did you see those new silver ones that are coming out? I think I sent it to
The
you.
wings.
The wings. Oh, the wings. I'm curious to see if this will even show on here for the fun of it. But I just seen them. They're a silver pair, and it look like they're gonna be kind of like a satin color. Let's see if it'll pick it up at all. Look at that.
Fire.
I mean, they just look good. It looks really good. I don't know. I love it. And then my favorite part is on the toe box, just like the Born Raised that they did, where a lot of people were hating on it. I will still want the Born Raised to this day. But it says, in this family, no one flies alone. I mean, come on now.
So then what drops are you like looking forward to then? I don't think.
Like
easily, for the rest of this year.
There's 3 automatically for me, but I'm gonna let Phil go first on this one because I feel like I've just been yapping away.
No, you're good.
I feel like this is more your guys' realm, anyways,
compared
to mine.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. The first one is going to be the new Great 5s that come out.
The Great 5s.
Yeah. Which I know that you love.
It's a must. Like I don't care if I end up with 5,000 of those in my collection. I'm gonna try to snag every one of them because it's just a favorite of mine. Now, another one. If I get it, I'll be happy. If I don't, it's kind of whatever. The Black Tongue 5s.
Yes. The Fire Red 5s, Black Tongue. Yes.
The Black Tongue 5s is definitely one because I have the older pair from like 2010, 2011. I can't remember when they came out.
Yeah.
But the leather was, I don't even know if you want to call it that, but whatever. I hope that they do these ones right. Like do this shoe justice because it deserves it.
But it's looking a lot like the OG, the way the 23 is,
and I hope that
it is.
I really
do. The quality on it is looking good. It feels like the Fire Red 5s, like the silver tongues that we got. It seems like the quality is the same. Again, it's in pictures, so we won't be able to tell till we get it in hand. But
yes,
Easily.
And then, I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like, but the Halloween dunk that they're going to come out with this year, because they always come out with the Halloween dunk.
Yeah.
I just want to know what it's going to look like.
What it's going to be
like
on
that. Like that's it.
Best Foamposite colorway in your opinion. Now I already know which one's yours.
I'll let you take that one for a minute.
But I mean, my personally automatically is gonna be I would say either the Royals or the Coppers. Those are the two main ones. Coppers obviously for the penny colorway. It was just a great spin-off of what they did, and the Royals being the one. I mean, you need those. Those are automatically ones that have to be in your collection if you love Foamposites. I just 100% believe it. And then you got, of course, the eggplants are a good classic as well. That's one that I truly love. I mean, they
like
dropped so many
like
dope
purple,
colorways, but I definitely 100% the Royal Foams, and then of course the Coppers. Those are two that to me is automatic. Like I feel like any Foamposite head should at least have one of those two. 100%.
The Oregon foams for me.
I already knew that one.
And I have them, which was.
Is that the only pair of foams you got?
That's the only pair of foams I got.
Only pair of foams, but
the only pair of foams I got, and if it's Oregon, gotta have it. I don't care if it's a trainer. I don't care if it's a dunk. I don't care what it is. Gotta have it.
Yes. Yep. Oh, I know. That's like whenever what was the last ones that dropped? The Air Max. They were different Air Max ones. Do you remember what the names were on it? But those are clean. Yeah.
I have.
You picked them up because anytime
they were called.
I see anything Oregon that's dropping. I'm sending it to you. Yeah.
And I get them.
Yep.
And it's always almost around college football season that they'll drop something like that.
And you even do the slide sometimes too when they drop that.
Because there was a Pegasus that came out last year.
Yes.
I got them.
Oh yeah, I already knew it's automatic.
I mean, it was anything that comes out with like I want them, gotta have them,
So I know you don't have any Foamposites in your collection, but how do you feel about Foamposites as shoes? Is it something that you enjoy? Is something that
I don't know how I feel about the shape of them.
Some people just don't like them at all. I
don't think they're bad.
It is a bulky shoe.
I've never tried one on either. I just don't think it would look good on my foot because I have a skinny foot and it just looks like a fatter shoe.
But the one thing that is dope about the Foamposite is that it forms to your foot. And that's one thing that was always dope to me in the concept from when first weeks. I remember seeing it on the shelf. And I remember looking at them like, damn, those are kind of ugly, but I really like them a lot. And I mean, obviously, you throw a penny logo on it, I'm on it, to be honest with you. I really do just enjoy his shoes. I mean, he's a player that impacted me when I was young. He was one of my biggest influences outside of Michael Jordan and all the other players I used to watch in the 90s. But he was the one. I mean, he had me hyped up where everybody was saying Jordan. I was like, Penny, you know what I'm saying? I know for you it was Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Definitely dope for sure.
I need the Kobe's. That's the biggest thing.
Read that last question.
It says, favorite rapper or DJ sneaker collab in your opinion?
That is not the one I was thinking of. But
which one were you thinking?
The top one. The one above it.
Oh, pair of Normans.
No, the most expensive pair in your collection.
Oh, I see it now. My eyes are terrible. What is the most expensive shoe in the collection?
You don't even want to know.
What is the most expensive shoe? I don't like to think about prices when it comes to, I don't even know the exact number of shoes I have in my collection. Because once I start thinking about that lets you know how much money you spent and how bad you've been. And I don't like to. Same thing with my hats. I don't count. I don't like to
I can't remember which Kobe it was, but the most I've ever really spent was probably a lot less than you guys. I feel like was like $350, $400. But yeah, I think it was a Kobe. I think it was the Hall of Fame Kobe 5 is what I'm pretty sure that's what I have at home.
Yeah, but those are crazy nice.
It's like the gold, all gold.
I don't know. I may say. Now, it wasn't its most expensive worth. I may say might be the Kobe Grinches, the green joints, the re-release of them. It wasn't the original pair, but I think that might be the most expensive one if I can recall. I just, you know what I
But didn't you
mean?
get that retail?
Yes.
Are we talking? I'm going to say Are we talking like what we actually?
No,
paid
it's just
now?
it just wants to know what's the most expensive shoe in your collection.
Oh, so
So
I mean, that's the most expensive I've actually paid for one for a Kobe.
No, well, what's the most? But the most expensive your collection is probably the Mambacitas. You think so?
The 6? I
The
don't think.
6? That one goes
I don't
for
know because I
bread.
have. Do you know that eulogy one that I have, but that has the 8 and the
Oh.
24 on the back? Do you know that one goes for like 500 or 600?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, those 6s go for bread. Like the Megan just got those, and
I haven't
blessed.
checked.
West Virginia Kicks.
I haven't
Blessed.
checked. I
West
haven't checked that
Virginia
in a
Kicks
while.
is where I work at. It's my part-time place where I'm at. Big shout out to my boy Rob and his shop for sure.
Yeah, shout out to them especially.
Yeah, they've been looking out and blessing everybody. You know, anybody that's local, that's one of the best things that I love about these guys here. We support our locals, you know, and it's a big family with us. You know what I mean? Once you become a part of that, we love you for life. That's just how it is, the type of people that we are. We got
That was the most expensive, and
oh
I don't have them.
that
And you
yeah,
don't have
them
them?
joints are crazy.
The strawberry
Oh,
cost.
did you
The
get rid of them?
strawberry
Yeah, I
cost.
did. $601.
Yeah.
That was the most expensive pair I had in my collection, and I don't have them anymore.
That's crazy.
It hurts me.
You know how I felt when
I
I
get 'em
seen
back.
those. I was hating. I was dead ass jealous over those.
Those were flawless.
But they were beautiful.
Them
And-
bad
and,
boys
the,
were flawless.
and the quality. That's one thing
Second
about
to none.
SBs. That like for the price that you pay and the quality that you get, and
It's
you know,
A1,
especially.
for
I
sure.
mean, you really can't beat it for some of them shoes. It's ridiculous. I mean, you're spending $190 right now to like $215 in Jordans, depending on what number you get, and then you're spending what I think now they're $135, $140, depending on the model and stuff like that. But I mean, you can't beat that in the theme and
What do
everything.
you think? Answer a couple more.
Oh yeah.
And then
Second question,
The second one was
DJ.
DJ sneaker collab or favorite rapper. Well, I already showed mine earlier, but this one is like, even though I know I have the De La Souls, but my most exciting
The
one is going to be
Wu-Tangs.
these simple Wu-Tangs. It's not a rapper, it's rappers, the group, of course. You already know. I shouldn't even have to say anything about Wu-Tang. They've been around too long. I mean, that's just the one. That's why I brought them, because last year to get these, it was truly a blessing to be able to hit these for retail. And the best part about it, I hit it through the Wu-Tang app. I did end up doubling on them. The sneakers blessed me as well, but the fact that I hit on it through the Wu-Tang app makes it even more epic. And obviously, I bought them straight to feed. So for me, 100% would be these right now. Like, so having them in the collection is just.
Do you have anything, Phil?
DJ Khaled 5s.
The DJ Khaled 5s, yes.
The quality.
I don't have anything.
It's all good. It's all right.
The quality on
You
those.
can always talk
But I
about
know
one that you do really like a lot, even if you don't have.
How they bombed, I have no idea.
I don't understand it.
The quality is phenomenal on those.
And
phenomenal.
Every colorway was beautiful. Everyone.
I got the peach ones.
And I got the peach ones and sold them because I got them in a 13 and just won't work. And I still don't have them because for whatever reason, being a size 14, for certain shoes, a 13, they'll drop a shoe and it'll be 13, jumps straight to 15, and it's like 14 don't exist. Like, where do I get them from? How did they get them from? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's very confusing to me. Mine is the 112 collection by DJ Clark. Oh, that collection is dope. Have you ever seen it? You know which one he's talking
I
about?
think so.
Yeah, that is one that's just really dope. Why am I hitting that? The whole pack was just fire. I wanted the SBs the most out of all of them.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've seen those. I like them.
Let me say, I like those laces too.
It's just the
sure.
colors
Yeah.
just
Yes.
pop.
Yeah.
And then someone did,
Black light.
and I wish it would have
Those
been
would look
me.
awesome.
but somebody took a pair of penny twos and they had an artist customize it for them. I'm talking about beautiful, beautiful. If you're able to, hopefully it'll pick it up.
Those are neon green, by the way.
Neon green, yes. It's just.
What do you think? Answer a couple more and land it.
If anybody else has any more questions in the chat,
Probably answer a couple more and then
if we can,
maybe land the podcast.
yeah, we can do that.
It's all up to you.
No, if anybody has any more questions, fire away.
Oh, we've definitely hit over. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it's been an hour.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah,
enjoying
hour and a
ourselves.
half.
Oh, I knew once we got
I
into
knew we were
shoes,
going to
I would
start,
get
yeah.
I would get lost in the
I
conversation.
mean, it's good combo. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But it's been fun for sure. I've definitely enjoyed this.
Most sentimental pair of shoes.
It's the most sentimental pair of shoes.
That one's hard.
I'm thinking now of everything.
Mine, I will say mine will be the Raging Bulls.
Okay.
As wild, the reason why
Classic pair too. Love
is
those.
because I'm crazy, right? So I told my wife we cannot get married unless you buy me these pairs of shoes. I know that's wild. Nobody else is gonna say stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. But I said we
But they
cannot
gotta know
get
your
married.
wife.
And yeah, I mean she's amazing. I couldn't be blessed. I still don't know how she puts up with me. Bless
Shout
you,
out to
love
Megan
you.
for putting up for Daryl.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I told her that, and somehow they came up on eBay. We found a pair, and she instantly ordered them. And then for me, those pair mean the world to me. For one, it's a grail I've been chasing for years. And the fact that it comes from the one person I love, I mean, do I need to say more? I mean, automatic. Like that would probably be the most sentimental pair to me because that was the first shoe that was like her love for me, and you couldn't do it any better way than get me that exact pair of shoes.
No,
I mean, it's just
For
that's
sure.
the one that's coming. I'm sure there's a bunch of other sentimental ones for sure. I mean, there's shoes that I've been gifted to me from friends and stuff like that means the world to me. But the fact that she was like, no problem, just lets me know she understands and she gets me as a sneakerhead.
I get it. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say my Night of Mischief dunks because, and Brittany was the one that asked that question, but
Yeah.
like she knew I wanted that pair. Like I wanted that pair of shoe, and I couldn't hit on it. And when she got them, I was like you get it, like you understand.
It's like that feeling of you just want to cry.
Yeah,
inside.
like
You know what I mean?
like I literally like I did, like for real, like that shoe means a lot to me. It really does. Like I said, there's literally only probably 2 pairs, maybe 3. House is burning. I'm running back in and grabbing them, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, some people will be like, "Oh, who you going to say first?" Like the mentality is like, "What shoes can I get to?"
Yeah.
And,
What
right
shoes can I
away.
chuck out the window real quick? It's going to be those because,
I mean, even if the box got damaged
I
and
don't
all
care.
that stuff, as long as they were out of the house,
Yep.
that would be enough. You know what I mean? I know that's wild.
and I mean, like she understands like my love for Halloween, of course. I mean, it is what it is, but I love that shoe, like, and she understands that. So, and that's probably another reason why like they're so valuable to me personally as like a personal pair for sure.
So what do you got? What's your most sentimental pair you own?
Can it be like I don't own them anymore though?
That's fine.
I mean, this was like I don't really wear Reebok nowadays, but I was just thinking because like growing up, my dad's like Sixers fan, whatnot. But I had a pair of Answer 4s like growing up, and it's just something about because my dad like coached me in like basketball. I think it was just like I think they were the black and red,
Okay.
just like the like an OT, I guess you would say.
I remember when we started.
I just wondered if we had the same. I had the white and red ones. That was my first pair. Iverson was the Answer 4.
I think it was the black and red. I'm pretty sure.
Those are nice too.
It's just like, I guess because like, my dad coached me in basketball. Like he was a big Sixers fan. He loved Allen Iverson. That was just, I mean, that's how I
Who
got
didn't?
into basketball.
Yeah,
Partly.
Who didn't?
I mean, I still have
It
an
was just
AI
nice.
jersey from like 2005.
Yeah, I mean, it
So,
was just nasty.
on top of it, like, not only did I love Kobe, but I loved Allen Iverson growing up because it was through my dad. So when I was wearing his shoes and playing pickup ball or something like that. Plus, I had a couple other of his shoes too, but I vaguely remember what other than the answer fours.
Yeah, that's a definitely good classic.
Because I just
for sure.
remember, you flip the shoe over, his face is on the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
as a kid, to me,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and his arms tattooed in the
With
insole.
inside,
Yes.
the soles,
Oh,
yeah.
I always remember those details about that
Yeah.
shoe because that was the first things that caught my eye when I was
And
a
I don't
kid as
think I
well.
ever had like a zip up shoe before that shoe either. So that's
No,
one thing
But
that
it was
always
different
like,
because it was on the side.
Mhm.
It was just different. You know,
No, that's definitely a good one as well.
that question is
What's a holy grail you would love to own one day? Oh, go ahead.
Please.
There's a few, but
Oregon 3
oh,
by far.
you already knew which one you wanted.
I'll go ahead.
But I want the Tinker Hatfield ones, the green ones with the removable swoosh.
Oh,
I want those so bad. Oregon 5, the Duckmans would probably be, a second because that never happened. But those Tinker Hatfield altered threes, oh my God. Like, I would love to have those. Love to have them.
Well, to be honest, because I know you're big into Oregon, to piggyback off of you, I would love to have a player edition Retro 3 Carolina Jordan. Like from the players.
Oh, yeah.
That is honestly
Yeah.
like anything Carolina PE I need.
Don't those have like
But
that?
the threes for
Don't those have like on like the side of them? They have those like the Carolina looking design that they have on them.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because I know the tongue has like NC.
I know.
Yeah,
tongue,
but which one? The threes? Is that
The
what you're
threes.
saying? Oh, the
Threes.
threes.
But
Yes.
anything Carolina PE I would love, but the threes especially.
But
That would be the one.
it's for me it'd be the same exact thing. The bulky boldness of the stitching of
Just
the North
having-
Carolina
that's what I'm
logo
saying.
alone on
Because
that.
those kids can't even they tend to sell that stuff after they graduate.
Of course.
But,
Yeah.
but
I
then it
mean-
goes for dumb money, of course. But
I mean, one, and I feel like it's impossible because the person that I feel like the only one that I know has it will probably never let it go. And I know the perfect pair owns it. But one of the most anticipated pairs that I've always wanted ever since I love, and there's a lot of pairs that I would love to have, but this one is a for sure
I know where
grail,
this is going.
the Tokyo Fives.
I was wrong.
The
He said I
Tokyo
was
Fives. Because that's just a pair like and there's quite a few
I'll be honest.
of that I would really love to have. But that's one pair that I just feel like is unobtainable in a way. And it's such a beautiful pair. It was an overseas release. And when they're overseas, because they dropped, I'm pretty sure in Japan, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's just a pair that I don't think I would ever see. And that would be one to like that really hits the gold. There's one other one I do want to mention as well. And it's another pair that's the same exact way. And it's an SB. Do you know what SB it is?
I really thought it was going to be the collection that he has that's in that wooden box.
The Soul Collector Penny collection.
The Soul, yes.
So now
I really thought it was going to be those, to be honest with you.
That collection is amazing. It's another collection that's that's why I said there's so many. But the fact that the Tokyo Fives, what it is that's one of the earlier pairs that just really just blew me out of the water. Seeing those, seeing the Galaxy foam posits, seeing that collection drop. But you know what I would really like, and another one that I've thought about talking about was the Penny 2 Soul Collectors, but not that collector pack that you're talking about. It's another one that's very rare, something you don't see every day. To these.
I think, yeah, you showed
Is that
me
almost
those
like
before.
a green glow?
Yes,
Almost.
these are wild. There it goes. It's picking up. But those are just ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. There's so many pairs that I can think of, but something about those Tokyo 5s and knowing that they are unobtainable. Same thing with that Soul Collector pack that you're talking about. No different, because the two biggest shoes that I would love in the pack are easily the Penny 2s off of that and the Foam Posits. And every single shoe was automatically, I would love any single one of those shoes.
Are fire.
You know what I mean? The
collection.
Zoom rookies were nice on them. You know, the Penny 1s were nice on them. The 3s they did. Like I said, you know, it's just, it was solid. What they did with it was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it was very limited. You know what I'm saying? So that shoe is almost more unattainable than the Tokyo 5s are, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because at least Tokyo 5s, they had more of a size room. With these, it was like you had to go to Las Vegas. You got to meet Penny Hardaway. You know what I mean? Like it was a big event that it did. And I just remember sitting there on a desktop just wishing I could go. And that's why I say it was so hard for me to pick. But definitely the Tokyo 5s would be one that just like I need those in my life. That's just one odd shoe that I don't think I'll ever see, and I could love to have them.
I guess I would say too, outside of the PE, like Carolina 3s, obviously the Grinches.
Oh yeah.
Like as a Kobe fan, the Grinches, because I've yet to hit on them. So
those Grinches right now are like the biggest disappointment shoes to me. But that's because I wear a size 14. I finally am trying on Kobe's. I've actually gotten to hit on a few this year, which has been phenomenal. And with the Kobe Grinches, to me, that's just the shoe. That's like a work of art, kind of like you seen the Trophy Room 5s. I don't wear them. It's not that I don't want to wear them. It's just that I enjoy them so much. I don't want to see them get ruined. I don't want nothing bad to happen to them. So them Grinches has been up since release.
For real.
You know, I mean, just certain shoes are just like that. Even though I should take the time to wear them, but it's all good. We all have our niches, and and I got them in a 14, and I need a 15 in them, and I don't want to get rid of them. I don't. I really don't, because if I sell them, I just don't see myself rebuying them and spending the extra $400 to be able to get them, even though I should, because I paid retail for them anyways.
And I would say like the Perfect Pair has like the greatest sneaker collection in history.
I know that's also because he has all
what anybody else got. That dude has everything like that you would want. Like it's like it would be like a kid in a candy store just to see his collection. I'd pay that dude money to see his collection.
I mean,
Everything
even
he has. I ain't gonna touch nothing. I just want to see it.
I mean, even the LeBrons that he has in his collection are wild. Like some of the stuff, the sample pairs and stuff, like the stuff that he finally showed that he kept in the dark for years. Like I've been watching those videos too, and his collection is nasty. He's one of my favorites to follow as well.
He has.
Oh, I already know. Yeah. Every single one.
The UNCs he has. I mean, he has
the big Jordan School brand.
The Oklahomas, because he's from Oklahoma. And I'm not even a fan of Oklahoma. Those are fire with that red and the way that they look.
Yes,
they're amazing. Everything he has Marquettes, just all kinds.
I mean, that guy
Michigans. He got it all.
I mean, you can
in his collection. And it's not just like Jordans; it's everything.
Yes,
like Air Maxes,
Air Forces too,
Pennies, Air Forces, LeBrons, Kobe's. He got it all.
Yeah,
like he is literally the icon of sneaker collecting. Like I look up to dude because I would love to have just even half of what's in his collection.
Yeah,
like go watch some of his videos. The Perfect Pair, Kenny G. Just watch it and be amazed on what dude has.
You would think the Perfect Pair, like something that I've learned, it would mean about the sneakers, right?
And the Perfect Pair is not about sneakers.
No,
how he came up with that. It's about him and his wife.
Exactly. And I always thought that was though, because I mean,
that's a play off each other, and that's cool. Like that's awesome that's how he thought about that. Like that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was dope as well, for sure. What else we got? Nope, that's
Any more questions in the chat?
Nope.
Well, if ain't nobody got any more questions or any comments or anything like that, I guess we're gonna sign off for this episode. But I'd like to appreciate all you guys coming in the chat, all the subscribers. Just make sure that you like, subscribe. We also got the Facebook page going. We'd definitely like for you guys to subscribe and like to it. You know, show some love, share it, tell your friends. And just to touch on, you know, next episode, I think we're going to do movies next episode.
Yeah.
Favorite movies. We're going to touch on all genres, but you know, each one of us got, you know, our each favorite. You know, mine's going to be horror, of course.
Oh, we already know that's going to go with you for sure.
You know, definitely talk about, you know, a few movies. I don't know yet. I'm going to try. I may have a special guest on this one. Don't know. I will let people know on the Facebook and share. So, but for right now, we're going to end it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and please come back and hang out with us again. See you all later.
Have a good one, everyone. Have a great day.